So for this short hip-focused mobility routine, we're going to be concentrating on the muscles of the adductors and the abductors. We're going to do 3 basic exercises, and all of them have got a slightly different format. So these sort of same 3 approaches can be used in other exercises that use other approaches when you're doing your flexibility work. So the first one is going to be a movement-based exercise. So for here, I'm going to be standing up into a wide leg set position, not quite as wide as I can, just a comfortable distance apart. And we're just going to spend 30 seconds just gently rocking from side to side. So each time I rock, I just turn the foot slightly out towards the side that I'm going for. And the idea is just gradually increase the range as you go. As I say, you want to start with the legs not too far apart, just a comfortable position. And as we push out there, just feeling that little extension through across the hip. So 30 seconds, slow and steady. Just switching that foot very slightly as you turn out, just getting that rock over from side to side. Slow, deep breaths as you go, nice and controlled. Shouldn't be uncomfortable, just a nice fluid movement. And then as we come towards the end of our minute, we're just going to slow down and we're just going to work the same thing now, just taking the legs slightly wider. So now I've opened those hips out a little bit. My legs are going to be a little bit wider. I can feel a little bit of a pull there, and I'm going to go straight back in the same thing for a minute. Now I'm trying to get a little bit lower, a little bit further. So I'm just holding very briefly at the end of each position now, really pushing out as wide as you comfortably can. Same thing, 30 seconds, just that gentle rock, little pause at the end, really sink down into that stretch position at the bottom. So just a movement-focused mobility exercise, working through that active range of motion, guiding the body through, keeping stable and controlled throughout. And as I come to the end there, just slowing it down. And from here, I'm just going to step forward and take a seat. And now we're going to work in more for the short adductor muscles here with a contract, relax stretch, often known as a PNF stretch. So if you're here, I'm going to bring soles of my feet together and I'm trying to get the heels as close to me as I comfortably can. And from there, I'm just going to hold on to the edge of my feet and then just pushing gently down with my elbows. So I'm going to hold this stretch position here for 10 seconds. And from there, I'm just going to relax the hands, and I'm now going to hold my arms still, and I'm going to push my knees in. Imagine that I'm trying to squeeze my knees together, but the elbows, the arms are there to stop that happening. So I'm contracting through those adductor muscles now, right in that groin. Same thing, 10 seconds. When I've done my 10 seconds, I relax, deep breath, back into the stretch, trying to take it a little bit further now. So again, 10-second stretch. Slow, deep breaths for the control. And again, just come off the stretch slightly, take the arms in, and again, trying to squeeze my elbows, push my knees into my elbows. But I'm trying to bring the legs together, just resisting it with my arms. 10 seconds of that contraction. And then I relax, again, deep breath, back into that stretch for the 3rd time now. Slow, deep breaths. And back into the contraction, 3rd time on the contract now. So pushing the knees in, keeping the arms still, trying to stop the legs moving, what we call an isometric contraction there, pushing in with those knees through the adductor muscles, but resisting it with my arms. 10 seconds and relax. So stretch number 4 now, back into the stretch, breathe out and then just relax into it. I'm going to do one more contraction effort after this. Start to feel that little bit more range of motion already now, those knees getting a little bit lower down than they were at the start. And then back in one more time with the contraction, 10 seconds, squeezing, trying to bring the knees together but resisting it strongly with the arms. And I'm then going to finish now with one long 30-second stretch. So deep breath all the way down now, holding the deep stretch for 30 seconds. Some people find this exercise more comfortable to do sort of leaning up against the wall, which is fine, whatever you feel comfortable in, and just holding this long 30-second stretch now. Slow deep breaths, really let it relax, just see how far down those knees can go. Last 10 seconds. And then just slowly come out of the stretch there. So the first exercise we did up there with the legs straight, that gentle rock side to side, that's a mobility, an active mobility exercise. One we've just done there is a contract and relax, where we're combining the squeeze and then the relaxation into the stretch. Now the final one we're going to do is a static hold. Now I don't always recommend static hold exercises for squash players, but what we're going to do here is hold it for a much longer time than most people usually do. 20, 30 seconds of a hold isn't really much, but if we hold this for 2 or 3 minutes, then we're starting to make a few inroads. So I'm going to step my leg across and then hug my arm around and then turn in towards that bent leg. So I'm trying to hit the outer part of the leg there through the glutes. So I'm just going to squeeze myself around and I'm going to hold this position, as I say, for 2 minutes. Just to hold, slow, deep breath and relax. Just let your body relax into the stretch. That's the thing with static stretching. If you're only holding it very briefly, you're not allowing your body to relax into that stretched, elongated position. So here, we're just going to hold, relax, deep breaths for 2 minutes. As you feel it relax, you can just adjust that position slightly. Just bring yourself a little bit further around. Really consciously try and relax through the leg. No tension in the body. Just slow, deep breaths. Just coming up to our first minute, so again, just maybe adjust the position slightly, see if you can get that upper body, the torso, just round a little bit further, really trying to face that side wall. 1 more minute. Keep the slow, steady breathing, really relaxing, letting all the tension come out of the muscle, just feeling your body slowly releasing. 30 seconds. So I can feel myself just gradually being able to get around a little bit further now. And then just ease off onto the other leg. I'll do this one from the side, just so you can see a different angle on it. So here, same thing, just stepping across now with my right leg, getting the arm around, hugging into the side, and then just holding again for that 2 minutes. So again, as I say, we're holding these stretches that much longer, just to really let that relaxation come through the body, sometimes even 3-4 minutes. So a lot of the time with static stretching, the people make the mistake of just not holding that stretch long enough to really relax into it. Often the mobility-based exercises are better for squash because it's more active, but if you've got a particularly sore or tight spot, like we often are here as squash players with those abductor muscles on the outside there through the glutes, just that long held stretch can be a nice way of just easing it off and encouraging and promoting that relaxation and recovery. So again, as before, just try and bring it around a little bit further as you start to relax. You might find one side feels more difficult than the other. That's perfectly natural. What we're trying to do here, though, is balance it out, working across both sides evenly. 1 more minute. Again, just feel it start to really ease off, relaxing into it. Nice deep breaths. Get that torso right round to the side. Coming into our last 20 seconds. Really getting that last little release round now. Let the body just relax. Release the hold, just let it come round. Slow, deep breaths throughout. And then just ease off there and finish off for the session.